is up, you guys? It's your girl Leah, and we are back with another freaking video, and that's on period. So I got a story time for you guys today, and it's definitely one of them story times. In today's video, we're going to be doing a get ready with me, and I'm also going to be giving you guys a little story time about the time I cheated on my boyfriend to go. Okay, it's a little confusing. So I had a boyfriend. We had made plans to go to a little area, and I ended up meeting somebody on the way there and spent time with them instead of my boyfriend, and it was on my brother's birthday. Alright, I'm not even gonna waste too much time. Don't forget to like, comment, share, all that fun stuff, and subscribe to my channel if you want to be a part of my family. And let's go ahead and get into the video. So this story takes place, I want to say, when I was around 13 years old, and I just graduated from 8th grade, so I was, you know, going to high school soon. And I had this boyfriend at the time. I don't even want to call him a boyfriend because he really wasn't nothing. Like, we didn't go on no dates. He barely wanted to meet up with me in public because he was shy. Like, he was so shy that it bothered me. Like, he was so shy to be around me, and I hated that, but whatever. I have been dating this guy, well, in a relationship, I guess, a little ugly relationship with this guy since, I want to say, 7th grade and middle school. When I tell y'all, he was like the worst boyfriend. He had me always looking stupid in freaking middle school. At my young age, I was getting played like that. Like, that is so ugly. Like, he would constantly cheat on me or whatever, and I ended up staying. I kept going back. So just to let y'all know, that's the type of relationship I was in before I cheated. Okay, I'm trying to plead my little case here. He was a, I can't say it because he might watch this video. I can't say what I really want to say because he was just weird. I'll say that. We were kind of on and off, I want to say, when we got to high school, because he started exploring different fish in the sea, which, I mean, we were young. He had no obligation to me, really, so I really didn't care what he did. Like, I was literally at peace with my man cheating. Like, my brother thought he was weird too, because there was a time that I asked him if I could paint his nails for him, and he said yeah, and my brother was like, your boyfriend, he's gay! A little fruity. I was like, no, he's not. Still don't know to this day. But yeah, my family ain't like him. My family did not like him. So this particular day, it was my brother's birthday, and this brother is my twin. Like, literally in freaking inseparable. Like, he's my twin brother. We were 2 years apart, and we just were so inseparable. Like, literally inseparable. Like, he do something, I'm doing it right with him, and we would always hang out together. We would always play, hang out, same things as normal siblings would do. It was his birthday, and he wanted everybody to be with him, stay with him, because it was his day, and of course he would want me there because I'm one of his closest siblings. So while I'm hanging out with my family, I get a text from, I didn't give him a nickname. His nickname is going to be, I'm gonna give him the nickname Shorty because he was shorter than me. So Shorty had texted me, and he was like, hey, like, I want to come see you. There's a park in your neighborhood. Can I come see you? Like, can we meet up there? And I was just like, it's my brother's birthday. I don't know if I can come out. Like, I don't know if, you know, my parents are gonna let me leave the house because it's my brother's birthday. And I didn't want to leave my brother's birthday because that's my twin. Like, I want to stay with my twin. So I told him, I was like, I'm not sure, I don't know, like, I don't know. And he had a bad habit of saying that he was gonna be somewhere and never show up. Like, he will always be like, let's meet here, and then wouldn't show up. Like, he was so ugly. Like, now that I'm thinking about this relationship, I'm so, like, even ugly for even staying in it. So he was hitting me up, and I was like, no, I don't know. And then he was like, oh, I'm actually gonna come. I really want to see you. This will be our first time, like, actually linking and chilling. So me wanting to see my boyfriend, I was like, sure. I was gonna come up with a lie to tell my parents so that, because they wasn't gonna let me go hang out with no boy. Absolutely not. My dad would kill me. I made up a lie and said that I was gonna be at my friend, we're gonna call her ATL. I lied and said that I was at my friend ATL's house and be like, oh, I'm gonna study. So I'm back, guys, and I have my eyebrows carved, so now I can just start blending it in. So I think I left off where I was about to tell my parents that I was gonna go to ATL's house because we had a project together and we both needed to be doing the work together. So I got this plan all in my head. All I had to do was now tell my family. I don't even think that I told them appropriately. I think that I just went to go get my clothes on. I think that's exactly what I did. Because so they wouldn't like say no, or they wouldn't have time to react. They would just see that I'm already ready. Like, I was so conniving. So that's literally exactly what I did. I had went upstairs, I had put on some clothes, and I was preparing myself to tell my lie to my family that I was going to be over there for just an hour just to complete some work. It ain't last no hour, baby. I was going all night. So I came downstairs after I got my clothes on, and I was telling my sibling that whose birthday it was. I was like, hey, I'm about to go to ATL's house. Like, I have a project that I need to do. Of course, he was a little bit upset because it was his birthday and he did want me to stay home with him.
My man called me. I got to go.
I got to go, baby. And I told my parents too, and they're just like, okay, just don't be staying out all night. Come back in an hour like you said, because we really don't want you out. Because at the time, we didn't really live in the best neighborhood. Always police, always cops, always something. So yeah, she wanted me in the house for sure. And then this is where all the bad stuff starts happening. So I'm literally on the phone with my boyfriend, and he's telling me like he's on his way. He's gonna be at the park soon. So in my mind, I'm just like, I'm just gonna go early so that way I don't look awkward. Cause you know, as a girl, like when your man is waiting for you and you just walking up looking awkward, you gotta be on your phone or something. I wanted to avoid that, so I just showed up early. Like, I showed up at least like 10 minutes early just so I wouldn't look weird. As I'm walking down the little strip, so my neighborhood is like, say it's back here, you go out and then you go down, and it's like a long road, and then you can see the park is like directly down the street. I don't even know where this guy came from. I really don't know, y'all. Like, I really don't know where he came from. But I was walking, and then all of a sudden I see a tall, dark-skinned man approach me. Like, we both walking in the same direction. Like, he was coming from the park and I was going to the park. As he's getting a little bit closer, like, I'm staring him down, and I'm like, okay, he kind of cute. Like, he cute. He starts, you know, looking at me too, and he's realizing like that I'm looking at him, and like I'm checking him out, and I'm just like, cute. He immediately starts a conversation with me and is like, well, yo, where you going? And I was just like, oh, I'm going to the park to go. I didn't even say I wanted to go meet up with my boyfriend. I said I'm just going to the park just because. Y'all, I did not claim this man. Oh my God, I sat there and lied. I said, oh, I'm just going to the park just because, to chill. And then I don't remember like all the conversation that me and him had, and I gotta come up with a nickname for him. What are we gonna call him? I can't give him no abbreviated name because his name is literally an abbreviation. So we're gonna call him New York, because he was from New York, and I could quickly tell that he was from New York because of his accent and how his demeanor was. You can tell, like, unless you've met like an actual New Yorker, you can tell when somebody is from New York. It's like, it's all in the way that they carry themselves, like, and the way he was spoken. He definitely had a New York accent. So like I said before, I don't really remember like every detail of our conversation, but we definitely was sitting out there for about maybe, I want to say 15 minutes. Like, we were just standing up having regular conversation and whatnot. And then he's like, you want to go to the park now? And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I'll go now. I didn't know that he meant that he was coming with me. But all I know is I started walking and he started walking next to me, and I was just like, oh. Okay. And I was low-key kind of like worried, because I mean, y'all, I had a boyfriend that was on his way to the park. He, long story short, y'all, I'm gonna spoil it for y'all, he did not end up coming. So he ain't seen nothing. This is probably, if he watched this video, this is probably gonna be his first time realizing that I cheated on him. So oops. So we're walking to the park, and like I have like a little pit in my stomach, I'm not gonna lie, because I knew I had no business with this man. So we're walking to the park, we still having conversation with each other. Like, I'm starting to like him. I started to like him. And one thing about me, that is always never gonna change, well, it has changed because I'm now in a relationship, but I literally fall for people so easily. Like, I don't know if it's from a twisted heart or a twisted mind, but I definitely be falling for people mad quick. Like, I'll fall for somebody after just one day of spending time with them, because I don't know why. Once we get to the park, me and New York, we literally just vibing, we talking and stuff. And this is how you knew I was wrong. Like, it was starting to get, let's say, when I left the house, it probably was around maybe 1 or 2 o'clock. And I was outside for a minute. Like, the sun was starting to go down. And while we were talking, like the whole time, I was looking around to see if my boyfriend was coming. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, what would I have done if my boyfriend showed up and just busted me? Like, what really would have happened? But yeah, I saw that my boyfriend was not coming, and I really didn't care anymore. Like, I was low-key glad, because I was starting to feel New York. Like, I was starting to, you know, like him. He was just a cool dude at the time. He was a cool dude at the time. I just didn't know what was ahead. It's starting to get a little bit dark outside. I low-key was wanting him to make a move on me. Like, I wanted to kiss him. I definitely wanted to kiss him, because his lips was low-key, they looked so soft. And I was going on my phone and stuff, and I was looking to see if, like, he was texting me. Tell me why I had the nerve to text my boyfriend and be like, so are you not coming? I've been waiting for you, and X, Y, and Z. He didn't respond or anything, and I was just like, what if this is a setup? So this entire time, I had not checked my phone unless I was yelling at my boyfriend. I didn't check to see, like, my parents or anything. Like, I didn't check to see, like, if my parents had texted me or anything, because I was so mesmerized by this man. I'm not even gonna lie.
Lord have mercy.
So we have spent probably, I want to say 3 or 4 hours just outside at the park talking. And then he says, like, there's a lake nearby, and asked if I wanted to go to the lake. And I was just like, I don't know. Like, I was kind of like, but we eventually moved over to the lake that was by the park. And it was, at this point, it was nighttime. Like, it was literally nighttime. No sun, just the stars. Who is calling me? Hold on, y'all, my boyfriend calling me. I left off at the part where we were going to the lake. So there's like this really nice, I want to say it's like a pier or something. It's some type of like boardwalk that you use to walk on lakes and stuff. We have one of those in the neighborhood. So he picked me up in his arms and was like, let's find a chair. So I'm just sitting over here, click on to him while he finds us a chair to sit on. And y'all, when I tell y'all, I forgot about my boyfriend that night. Forgot I had a man. But yeah, once we found a chair or something to sit on, I sat on his lap and we were just looking out onto the water. It was such a beautiful night. Like, it was cloudy, but you could see like the moon. Like, it was such a beautiful night. We were just talking. We were out there until, I want to say I was out there until like 10 o'clock at night. Like, it had to have been 10 o'clock at freaking night. By this time I started to get like a little bit sleepy, so I'm like going on my phone and like looking around, and then this was when my heart dropped into my booty cheeks. I saw like 20 something missed calls from my mom, text messages from my mom, text messages from my twin, and then phone calls from him, calls from my little brother, calls from my oldest, and then like maybe a few text messages from my dad. They was looking for me. And my thing is, I'm so glad that my family never went to go check. Well, actually, I don't even know, because my parents are sneaky like that. I was like, what if they ended up going to ATL's house and then she said I'm not there? But I know she would have lied for me. But yeah, I see so many calls and stuff from them, and I like immediately jumped out of his lap and I was like, I gotta go home. Like, I gotta go. And he was like, why? Like, I think it was a weekend or something, because I didn't have school the next day. He was like, it's a weekend, like, you can stay, like, don't leave. Like, he didn't want me to go, y'all. He did not want me to go. And I'm just like, oh, but I couldn't really say oh because I had a man that really wanted my man, but he was probably somewhere, like, I don't even know. I had a whole boyfriend, and I'm sorry if you're watching this. Lord child. So after I had looked on my phone, I was like, yeah, it's time for me to go. Jump out of his lap. And he was like, okay, like, I can take you home. He just didn't want me to go, y'all. Like, he really did not want me to go. Like, he was stalling. He was like, just 5 more minutes. Oh no, 5 more minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, a year. Like, but yeah, we started walking home, and y'all, my stomach was just, I was like, oh my God, because I didn't realize at the time, like, how long I had been outside and how long my parents had been like looking for me. Like, they was looking for me, like they was worried that something happened to me. Fenty Beauty by Rihanna will have your skin looking so good. But yeah, I was just walking home. I was so scared to go in the house because, one, this was like the worst day for me to try to go link up with my boyfriend at the time, because it was my brother's birthday, and I low-key feel bad to this day. Like, I really had no business. So after that, he gives me a hug. Don't judge me, y'all. Don't judge me. When I get in the house, bro, like, when I tell y'all my family was chewing me up, it was mostly like my brothers and my mom. My dad was like dissociated. Like, he really was not like, my dad was mad, but he had like a weird way of showing that he was mad. Like, he didn't even speak to me. My dad hated this phase where I was just boy crazy. Cause I can say that. Like, I think I mean, most girls had their time period where they were boy crazy, and I definitely was. But yeah, everybody was yelling at me. Like, when I tell y'all everybody had their fair share of let's yell at Aaliyah tonight, that's literally what they was doing. And I just was sitting there like crying. Like, I stuck my lie out until the end too. I was like, oh my God, like, this was another lie that I always used to tell my family. I would be like, oh my God, like, I fell asleep, I lost track of time, like, I got sleepy and fell asleep over there, and as soon as I woke up, I immediately rushed back over here. Like, girl, if only they knew you was out potentially about to see 2 guys. 2, not 1, but 2. And this was all at the age of 13. And I just remember crying my eyes out because my brother, he was so freaking disappointed in me, y'all. And I felt so bad. Like, he was like, on my birthday, like. But yeah, I definitely did get in trouble. I think I was grounded too. Like, could not go nowhere, could not leave the house, got my phone taken. And the crazy part is, like, after I was getting yelled at, after I finished crying and everything, my boyfriend had texted me and was like, hey, I couldn't come today, like I had a lot going on, something happened with his family, probably some bullshit if I'm being honest with y'all, because he would always lie. Like every time it was time to link, this man would go ghost, like don't even hear from him. And before y'all be like, oh girls, because he didn't like you and you should have been left, like he liked me, but he was just shy. Like he was so shy. But yeah, he texted me and I was just like, he don't even know. What's that Drewski mean?
Damn. He don't got a clue in the fucking world.
That's that was literally my situation. Oh my god. I realized that, or I ended up finding out that New York was at my high school that I was going to. So I was going to be seeing more of New York at school. And then ended up leaving, what did I call him? Shorty? I ended up leaving him so that I could be with New York. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy getting cute with me. I hope this story time wasn't like all over the place. I feel like most of the time they are, but I'm not gonna do too much rambling. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye y'all.